Good afternoon. Welcome to Younib TV Live at 1 this 26th day of February, where we give you top stories as they unfold. This afternoon here are our top stories making the headlines.
Stench, first of all, is unbearable. When you are inside the restaurant, it is just too much.
The standoff between Nairobi County and Kenya Power enters second day with stench from garbage trucks disrupting businesses.
And then 26-27, we require 25,382,594,187, giving the total requirement for the general election to 61,737,052,195.
IEBC 661 billion shillings ahead of the 2027 polls. Ruto drums support for broad-based government in Mombasa.
That before I make any comprehensive statement, I was going to consult widely.
Raila hits the ground after the African Union chairmanship loss.
Stench, first of all, is unbearable. When you are inside the restaurant, it is just too much.
The standoff between Nairobi County and Kenya Power enters second day with stench from garbage trucks disrupting businesses.
And then 26-27, we require 25,382,594,187, giving the total requirement for the general election to 61,707,052,195.
IEBC 661 billion shillings ahead of the 2027 polls. Ruto drums support for broad-based government in Mombasa.
That before I make any comprehensive statement, I was going to consult widely.
Raila hits the ground after the African Union chairmanship loss.
The bulletin begins right now. My name is Alphonce Ouma. Now, the standoff between Nairobi City County and Kenya Power and Lighting Company entered its second day yesterday, with garbage trucks blocking the entrance to KPLC's Steamer Plaza. This action has filled the air with foul stench, disrupting business and affecting residents in the area. The dispute stems from a disagreement over unpaid way-leave fees, with Nairobi County claiming that KPLC owes approximately 4.8 billion shillings for the use of public land and infrastructure. In response, KPLC disputes this debt, citing Section 223 of the Energy Act, and has pointed out that the county itself owes an outstanding electric bill of 3.1 billion shillings. Here is the detailed report.
For the second day running, the standoff between Nairobi City County and Kenya Power and Lighting Company continues, with no resolution in sight. At the center of this dispute is a 4.8 billion shillings way-leave fee that Nairobi County claims KPLC owes for using public land and infrastructure to set up power lines and poles. In retaliation for non-payment, the county government has blocked the entrance to Steamer Plaza, KPLC's headquarters, using garbage trucks, leaving behind an unbearable foul stench that has disrupted businesses and daily activities around the area.
Stench, first of all, is unbearable. When you are inside the restaurant, it is just too much. Both gates have been blocked, so nobody can access.
Like, we haven't operated since yesterday. Today it is still closed.
Kuna client wetu mmoja gari yake ilichukuliwa na mpaka sasa hajaipata, na huyo ni mtu alikuwa amekuja kuchukua samaki.
Kenya Power, however, disputes this debt, citing Section 223 of the Energy Act, which they argue exempts them from such charges. Additionally, the power utility has hit back with its own demand.
And we are telling Sakaja and team, we are also now going to disconnect power in all your the offices, even your home, Sakaja, be prepared. Remove your trucks. We are giving you 24 hours. Failure to do that, please don't complain. We will take it upon ourselves, Kenya Power employees.
Kenya Power is just one of the tenants. And it's quite unfortunate that this matter that has got nothing to do with the building, has got nothing to do with the landlord.
With both sides refusing to back down, operations at Stima Plaza remain at a standstill. Employees struggle to access their offices. Businesses in the vicinity are reporting losses due to reduced foot traffic, and residents are growing frustrated over the escalating tension. As of now, there have been no signs of negotiation, and the question remains, how long will this impasse of shame last? Alphonce Ouma, Younib TV, Nairobi.
In a significant development, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC has projected a budget of 61 billion shillings for the upcoming 2027 general elections. This substantial amount is earmarked for various electoral activities, including boundary delimitation, voter registration, and the replacement of outdated KIMS kits. The IEBC plans to register an additional 5.7 million voters, bringing the total to 28 million. Additionally, 45,352 KIMS kits, which are essential for capturing voters' biometric data, need replacement at a cost of 7 billion shillings. The Commission has also highlighted pending bills amounting to 3 billion shillings. These financial requirements are currently under consideration by Parliament. Here is the detailed report.
And then 26-27, we require 25,382,594,187, giving the total requirement for the general election to 61,707,052,195.
Yet when we ask you the basis of that determination, you say you want funding to do a report. To give what are you taking us around? Sure. We need to know exactly the current status of those KIMS kits. Number one, each of them. Number two, whether you need to buy new ones or you need to configure these old ones.
Why are you replacing all of them? Because these are electronic hardware. We would expect that some of them that are usable will be used.
So any technology above 10 years is obsolete. So the 45,000 KIMS kits will be obsolete by come the general election.
It is true, our elections are very expensive. Unless we have a conversation as a country, we manage our own trust issues, it will continue being very high.
Ever since the last election, how many voters have we been able to register?
Chairman, we have not registered any. One, it is because we don't have commissioners on board. We Alliance Party, they are abbreviated as TWAP. Yeah, we then have another one called Citizen Congress Party. So I think Citizen Congress Party, DCP.
President William Ruto has persisted in garnering support for his inclusive, broad-based government. Following his meeting with former Prime Minister Raila Odinga in Mombasa on Monday, the president stated that his administration is focused on creating a united country, which led him to align with the opposition party ODM. Concurrently, Ruto has urged the residents of Kwale to persist in their registration for the social health program, even in light of the difficulties that Kenyans are experiencing.
Mimi nimeamua ya kwamba siasa ya ubaguzi, ya chuki, ya ukabila haina mahali tena katika taifa letu la Kenya. Simuliona niliunda serikali ya mapana na marefu. Ile inaitwa broad based. Ya kuleta Wakenya wote pamoja. Na wauliza watu wa Kwale, mnataka tukue pamoja ama tutengane?
Ni lazima sisi zote kama taifa tuishi kwa amani kama ndugu na dada. Masuala ya siasa ilipita, sasa ni wakati wa maendeleo, na ndio umeona serikali sasa imejumuisha watu wote.
Mambo ya kuunganisha taifa la Kenya, hiyo ni mambo muhimu sana, haswa hapa Kwale tukiangalia historia yetu.
Kwamba kila mwananchi ako na bima ya afya, akienda hospitali atibiwe, aende nyumbani, bima ya afya isimamie gharama ya kila Mkenya. Mkenya tena asiuze shamba, asiuze ng'ombe yake, asiuze mali yake kwa sababu ya kutafuta matibabu katika taifa letu la Kenya.
Leo hii kuna wale ambao wanamuona rais anatufanyia sisi maendeleo, wanalalamika kwa sababu walitangulia wao. Nataka nikuambie Mheshimiwa Rais, sisi kama Wakwale tunasema endelea kuchapa kazi, zuru miradi kila mahali.
Kenya's candidate in the just concluded African Union Commission elections, Raila Odinga, has commenced his nationwide consultations. The former Prime Minister was in Kisumu County, where he held a series of meetings with Luo elders drawn from Siaya, Migori, Homa Bay, and Kisumu counties. While addressing the press, Odinga said that he would be giving his next political move amid speculations that he was working on a coalition deal with President William Ruto. Cliff Omondi with the report.
After jetting back to the country, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga joined President William Ruto in Mombasa for a coastal tour. Despite losing the AUC chairperson seat, Odinga said it was in the past now and vowed to give a formal communication regarding his next political move.
Say that before I make any comprehensive statement, I was going to consult widely with them, my experience at the AU during the campaign, and I've told them that that chapter is now behind us. Now we're moving forward.
The long-time opposition leader mentioned his planned nationwide consultations to determine the way forward, kicking it off in Kisumu County with a series of meetings.
After talking to the elders, I came to meet with the youth leaders here. It's going to be confined to Nyanza or this part of Nyanza. I will be talking to leadership from Kisii, from Western, from the coast, from the Rift Valley, from the Eastern, from Northeastern, from Central, all over the country. That I will make a statement sometimes next week. And I want just to tell you here also that watch this space. I'm going to make a statement next week.
Fingers are still crossed whether Odinga will work with President William Ruto in the near future, with rumors hinting at a possibility. Cliff Omondi, Younib TV, Nairobi.
For the delivery of the things that will transform our nation. There will be extensive consultations across the political divide as we work towards the unity of our country and the progress of Kenya.
Ili tuwe na umoja wa kitaifa.
NARC Kenya has undergone a rebranding and is now known as the People's Liberation Party. Martha Karua states that the party aims to champion a progressive, people-centered agenda focused on unity, transparency, and accountability. Speaking before the party's official launch on Thursday, Karua classified the transition from NARC Kenya to PLP nothing that the party was established nearly 20 years ago and is therefore largely unfamiliar to the younger government. Karua also condemned the Kenya Kwanza administration for imposing charges on national identity cards, stating that any young person who is financially constrained and that decision will deprive them of the chances to influence the country's decision and access to other essential services.
The purpose of the brand reveal is for people to know that we now are going by a new name, People's Liberation Party, to know our colors, which are purple, lilac, and white. We still remain the flower party. From the red rose, we are going to the purple rose. So we remain a flower party. Flower symbolizes love, friendship, peace. So we remain a flower party. And our slogan is Unite, Liberate.
Despite being dispersed by police using tear gas canisters, students from the Technical University of Kenya have pledged to protest again next Thursday. They maintain that they will not cease their protests until their university reopens and the learning disruption of the past 6 months comes to an end. They condemned the police for their use of excessive force and expressed that they have lost all faith in the government and its ability to address their concerns, even with the establishment of the technical committee. The university has been closed for more than 2 weeks after lecturers ceased work due to unpaid salaries.
Next Thursday, we are going to have a mother of demonstration here at the CBD. Started our semester last year in September. Up to now, semester is still going on. We've not sat for our exams, and we are demanding that school be reopened.
Hasten the process so that our comrades can go back to class. We have had a lot of negotiations, and we are not going to have more negotiations past this.
We cannot pay net salaries to staff. I want to be clear. For example, our salary for January gross is 256 million. The net is 150 million. We get a capitation of 63.3 million.
Well, that's all we had lined up for you this afternoon. Thank you so much for keeping us company right here at Younib TV Live at 1. My name is Alphonce Ouma. See you some other time for our subsequent bulletins.